Hey guys, what is up? It is Shadow here, and we are going to be reacting to the Black Ops Cold War reveal. And this is just the intro. You guys are going to be seeing, a little bit of this. This is the multiplayer reveal trailer, and we'll probably jump straight to the reactions just about now.
On behalf of the teams at Treyarch and Raven and all our development partners across the world,
David,
thank you for joining us. Today, we do a little recon across all Black Ops Cold War multiplayer. The world, the missions, the weapons, the characters, and the systems. And we'll make some fun announcements along the way. From here on out, we talk directly to you, the best fans in gaming. Joining me throughout the show is a big cast of characters from across the studio, along with some of your favorite Call of Duty content creators and streamers. One thing you've come to expect from a Black Ops game is that we are never quite satisfied with the status quo. We are always looking for a way to do it better. But some things
I hope you guys do this better so much.
One thing hasn't: how we start things off. This is the worldwide debut of the Black Ops Cold War multiplayer trailer.
Oh, turn this up a little bit here. Maybe turn it down. Holy jeez. Holy jeez, man. Of course, PlayStation 5.
Threat neutralized.
You're here because you're the best special forces NATO has to offer.
We're all that keeps the world from turning to cinders, comrades.
We work off the books
Operate in the shadows.
to keep the wolves at bay.
Today, we reshape the world.
What the fuck are we doing in Miami?
Oh, is that MP5K? Yo, M60? Yo, okay. Grenade launcher, alright. War Machine. RPG, okay, pretty standard. Oh, the Commando! Dude! Commando looks great. L96! M16, pretty standard stuff. Angola? Wait, wasn't this Black Ops 2 map? Isn't it? It looks very much like one. Yo. Oh. Snowmobiles? AK-74. Tanks. Oh, please tell me we're getting like an actual true Battlefield kind of mode. Ground War is great, but holy crap. Okay. What's that? Dude, that looks so good.
Pre-order digital copy and get early access
to the open beta
and instant access to the Woods Operator Pack in Modern Warfare.
Man, I'm so tempted with that. You have no idea how tempted I am. I'm probably gonna pre-order it anyways.
This is an unapologetically Cold War game set in the 80s, but it's still a Black Ops game. And for over a decade, we built our multiplayer experiences atop a core set of guiding principles. They form our pillars, deniable operations that deploy around the world. signature combat tailored to how you play, connected experiences that deliver free, robust, ongoing content and integrate deeply into the next evolution of Warzone. Today, we're going to explore each of these facets of multiplayer. We're going to show you how this globe-trotting, cinematically connected experience is our most immersive yet. And then, we're going to show it to you in a way we never could before, with a little help from some friends. First up, the bedrock of Black Ops, deniable operations. These are the places in multiplayer you never saw, and the things you never did. The missions that stay off the books, and the targets and sources who stay off the record. The Cold War we set out to build is realistic. It's plausible. Most importantly, it's inspired by a gritty historical tone that we've woven into every element of our game's world and story and gameplay. Chaotic and always confidential, deniable ops lie at the heart of multiplayer, raising the bar while creating a clear and unique narrative that influences every bit of our world building. For Black Ops Cold War, that world building drove each multiplayer level in two ways. With the signature level design you've come to expect, and by pushing the visual bar and immersing players into a narrative.
Dude, this looks so good.
Fight to recover a downed satellite in the Central African desert, battles that unfold on the neon-soaked streets of Miami's famed South Beach. Deniable Ops are the Black Ops stories inspired by history, but forgotten by the history books. We've selected 5 maps to give you a small taste of the range of deniable ops awaiting in multiplayer. Later today, you'll see them playing, but here's a few of my teammates to share what they love most from how they were made.
My name is Brittany Beidelman. I'm a level designer.
I'm Kendall Snow, associate level designer.
I'm Brittany Perello, producer.
I'm Matt Kutris, senior level designer.
In Satellite, a top secret American recon satellite
Has lost power and crashed in the deserts of Angola. With hired DGI forces closing in,
now it's a race to
It looks like a huge, I mean, that looks like a decent sized map.
the fact that it's just
Because it looks like you're able to run out over the dunes in the background.
We can apply more details into maps like Satellite, which make them feel even more natural. The satellite at the center is like a king of the hill. Anyone who wants it has to run toward you because it's raised higher than the rest of the map.
Can't believe they added the nuclear strike.
One of two ways. All
Oh no,
in,
not
full
nuclear
hand,
strike.
dying again and again. Or an objective
God, I can't even
all
remember what
point
it's called from the original.
Satellite scratches both of those itches. Even though it's an outdoor space, the map's 2 different regions mean I can play long and short range tactics.
Oh, I hope they made the L96 actually good in this game.
Sniper rifle, but a shotgun, that I can do. I have always been a big fan of close quarters combat, and there is great cat and mouse style gameplay in Satellite.
The crash satellite
Tomahawk's
is a super
back?
fun spot to try
Question mark?
Predict which way they'll circle the debris to run up behind them, or just duck inside the satellite and take your shot.
Oh, so you guys are catering to the campers too, okay.
The world knows and loves for how quickly engagements fire up. East and West collide on the open seas in a top secret mission.
inspired by a real-life event, Project Azorian. CIA, JSOC, and Soviet forces converge to recover a sunken prototype nuclear Soviet submarine from the ocean floor.
The calm waters of Armada explode into massive naval conflict as players battle for control of large naval vessels.
With no lanes walling you in, players can engage on ships' decks, in the water, and on vehicles like
No
Wave Runners and
lanes?
Dolphins.
This is a no-lane map?
Chaos in the best way.
This
Bro.
really cool map that gives this amazing sense of exploration.
They really are
So
changing
many
this up.
Little individual areas to find and new ways to surround or flank your enemies and get the upper hand.
What was
A
that?
hidden
The
safe
foul?
house has been discovered right in the heart of the USSR, in the shadow of Moscow's opulent train station. With Spetsnaz dispatched, the area has gone hot.
So the Moscow map is set in the dead heart of a big city. So you're wandering through these streets with a bunch of cars, and there's tall buildings on either side of you.
There's this sense that you've been dropped into a point in history.
First thing I do is run right to the center because that's where all lanes cross in the Moscow map.
Ooh.
And eventually, it doesn't take long, people are going to run through the metro station. So you can just sit there and wait, but chances are there's going to be people running right into your line of fire right off the bat.
It's
Ooh.
a classic 3-lane map where teamwork really makes the dream work.
Well, it's good to know that not every map is going to be 3-lane
This
maps.
location is heavily influenced by Miami's famous, or perhaps infamous, Ocean Drive.
Oh, watch it. They're probably going to try and add Nuketown again. And if they are, I'll be happy with it. Wouldn't be Black Ops without Nuketown, honestly.
Out to the ocean.
You can dive in the water and wade along the coast to get the drop on the other side.
Or you can just go right down the street and bask in the neon light.
The first time I played through Miami, I could hear this 80s nightclub music playing through the walls of one of the buildings. The little details make it lifelike, and it becomes this joy to experience.
Basically, my goal is to never be on the main street in the center, because that is sniper heaven, and that is freaking
Ooh,
hell.
sniper
So
heaven.
I always go and try to flank and get those snipers from the back.
You won't hear me complain.
Our art and design teams worked really hard to bring the best possible night experience to the player.
This looks
See
so
that
good,
play out.
man. It
See
looks so
shadows
good.
emerge, or engage enemies in the center strip.
It really makes people feel like they're in Miami in the 80s. It's pretty cool.
And now use
Crossroads. NATO has
Uzbekistan.
learned a large Soviet
Dude,
missile
it looks a little like Air Raid, but not
Special
exactly.
Forces dispatch alongside MI6 to ambush the convoy. and
MI6?
secure the weapons before all hell breaks loose.
Bond?
It's one of our most cinematic maps with a boots on the ground feel that feels pulled from the campaign.
Your team will want to hold down and protect its own outpost to guarantee access to one of these tanks.
Ooh.
Infantry combat doesn't take a backseat in Crossroads, as natural terrain and foliage masks movements and provides tactical advantages.
There's a bunch of snowmobiles when you first spawn, and it's a mad dash to grab one. And now,
So a
why people
multiplayer
avoid
map that's
snowmobile
not in
is
Ground
my
War that
favorite
has
thing.
vehicles right off the bat.
environment
We going back to
changes
COD
dynamic
3
of how
here?
you play,
Holy
leads
crap.
to unique loadouts. Crossroads is a bigger map, and that allows you to play the way you want to play.
The beaches of Miami, a frozen over lake, the open ocean. Our visual research department
I'm
racked up
so
miles visiting them
hyped
all.
for
Because
this,
if you're looking around the
man.
globe in this game,
Ah.
it required them to do the same. The mission for our artist is absolute authenticity. Step one in that process is photo scanning thousands of real-world objects, terrains, and materials. Those assets ensure our upgraded, physically based renderer delivers the best-looking Black Ops yet. True 4K, high dynamic range with the true color and tone.
Will you
Ray
guys
tracing
get it
light system
optimized for a little slightly
Volumetric
older
lighting
systems
courtesy of
though?
Our Luminaire system and overhauled contour terrain system. The result is gritty, it's believable, I dare say it's got ambience. Most importantly, it sets the perfect stage for multiplayer combat. On that note, here's Matt with more on the modes and missions ahead.
We've talked a little bit
SND.
about where you'll play, but let's talk about what you'll play when you get there.
Obviously,
In Black Ops Cold War,
TDM.
our classic game modes are returning, and they're better than ever. From
One in
tried
the
and true
chamber?
Team
Two?
Deathmatch, Domination,
Domination, Search and
to
Destroy.
the return of the competitive game mode Control. We've taken a fresh eye to all of your favorites. We're encouraging more meaningful gameplay with larger capture zones and Domination. We're updating spawn systems in Hardpoint. And now we show you where the next Hardpoint will spawn so you can regroup, rotate, and set up for the next fight. Across all of our classic modes, we're working hard to make this the most rewarding and competitive multiplayer experience yet. And while your go-to modes are coming back better than ever, let's talk about the innovative new modes you'll be going to next.
New
With that,
modes.
let me introduce you to my teammate Marquise Gladney, who's here to tell you about the brand new multiplayer experience we call VIP Escort.
VIP Escort began with a question. How can we create a game mode inspired by the kind of real-life, totally true, but completely redacted Black Ops that first inspired this franchise? The result is Extraction in its purest form, a new 616 objective-based game mode we call VIP Escort. In Black Ops, we normally task you with fighting, but VIP Escort turns that on its head with a new mechanic. If you're selected as a VIP, your #1 job, it's to live. In this team-based op, Your team will try to escort you off the map or eliminate the other team trying to stop you. As VIP, you'll skip Create a Class. You're too important after all. Instead, you'll deploy with a kitted out pistol, a smoke grenade, a spy plane for team intel, and a whole lot of hope that
They
your
still
team
call
knows
it the
what
spy
heck to do.
plane.
The
Sweet.
mission, stay alive and escape the map. To do so, you'll need to reach one of 2 possible exfil sites, which rotate over the course of the match to keep teams on their toes. There are stakes here. If you die, that ends the round. But team up and you can get your squad back on their feet quickly via last
Man,
stand
this
and revive.
Last Stand.
Each team's choices and tactics create layers of strategy and counterplay, injecting the best of Black Ops themes directly into this competition.
I'm hearing
Team
words
go
that
full
is
on mind
scratching
games
the
and
Black Ops
misdirection by
itch.
splitting up the squad to draw fire and create distractions for the VIP, or is a full-on assault more their style? Will they travel ahead and scout, run protection detail, or take a bullet for you Secret Service style? My personal keys to victory? I stick close and escort the VIP and defend them at all costs. If the VIP doesn't make it out alive, it won't matter if you do. This new deniable operation only scratches the surface of what it means to play Cold War multiplayer.
That looks like a cool
Up
mode.
next, we want to share another new way to play that goes above and beyond that classic 6v6 experience you've come to expect. Combined Arms is where multiplayer gets bigger and badder, bringing together the best of multiplayer's large-scale battles by combining infantry and vehicular gameplay into a single cohesive combat experience. In Combined Arms Domination, players will deploy into 12 versus 12 battles.
Oh, they've brought back the 12v12 stuff, 10v10,
But these
the
battles aren't just bigger or more
big
chaotic.
battles, whatever they
Work
called them in
hard to
Black Ops.
ensure the 2 levels of boots on the ground
Big
and
team
all
battle,
out
that was it.
vehicular warfare
They brought that back.
complement and enhance one another on each map. Tanks, snowmobiles, wake runners, gunboats, and more. These vehicles amplify the action, sure, but they also create jaw-dropping moments right in the middle of the fight. The way I personally play Combined Arms depends on my mood. If I'm going for the win, it's rally time, and I'm pushing to capture every objective on the map. Whether that means loading up a gunboat on Armada or popping smokes so my team can cross the frozen lake in Crossroads, I'm putting my try-hard pants on and making it happen. And that's the thing.
I can't wait to see what weapons are going to be considered try-hard, which ones are going to be OP at launch.
Possible in other modes, like ziplining onto the enemy ship and seeing how long I can last before getting taken out. At launch, you can expect even more Combined Arms maps and modes, each tailored and tuned to bring the most fun, frenetic action this format can deliver. Take Armada, our most unique map to date. You saw earlier that the only life preservers on this sea-based map are your tactics, as each capture zone requires a different approach. Will you attack surgically with a 2-seater wake runner, gather your squad and storm the main ship? From ziplines that traverse the map to all new naval tactics, Armada is Combined Arms Domination realized, bringing high stakes, high-speed combat to the high seas. On Crossroads, you'll trade your wetsuit for a snowsuit, fighting for control of Soviet bunkers across the frozen tundra. With high-powered tanks patrolling the frozen lake and surrounding roads, you'll need to choose how to take on those slow movers. So whether you're hopping on
Dude, they have evolved Black Ops multiplayer.
sticking on some C4, the story is yours to write in Combined Arms Domination. That's it for Deniable Operations for now. We ziplined, crossed frozen lakes, and dipped into Miami's beaches. That's really just the start of the full Deniable Ops experience. Add up the work on your favorite classic game modes to the arrival of new modes like VIP Escort and Combined Arms Domination.
Wait, is
And
this
it all
all?
stacks up to our
Wait.
most ambitious multiplayer yet. One you can play any way you want and in new ways you never expected. If you're a Call of Duty League fan, we have a bunch of new stuff lined up just for you. Stay tuned. This may be a multiplayer game built for everyone. but
Wait,
these
did
will
he
be
say
core
League or
Deniable
Elite?
operations. And now I'll turn it over to Tony to talk about what we mean when we say signature combat.
Thanks, Matt. Now, a lot has changed for us since the first Black Ops game. From our development pipelines to totally new technologies. But some things haven't changed. And after over a decade of making Black Ops games, we're more inspired than ever to keep honing in on that authentic, classic Black Ops feel, all while taking it to new heights. Now we know that to you, combat is more than just pointing and shooting. It's about how your operator moves and weaves through your surroundings. It's
Okay, so it
feeling
looks
the
like
power
they've
of your
taken a
weapon,
few,
how it reacts in your hands, It's the sound of bullets storming past you.
Looks like a few things have been taken from Modern Warfare's development, like the way its combat works as well.
Boots on the ground combat.
RPK.
To not only refine the feel of the game, but build on all the classic foundations of Black Ops. Heads-up gameplay, automated healing, and grounded movement. Keeping your player experience in the front of our minds has also inspired a fresh wave of thinking across our Created Class and Score Streak systems, where we're introducing features that bring unprecedented transparency to your planning and cinematic.
Oh no, did he say score streaks? Oh no, we're back to score streaks again. Oh no.
Signature Black Ops super smooth feel is a notoriously tricky thing to get just right, and we put everything we have into it for each game. This is an absolute team effort, so I brought some of my friends from the combat team to help tell you about our initiatives for this game and how they've resulted in signature combat that feels just right. Here's Max Porter to start us off.
We've taken lessons learned from across Black Ops and the entire Call of Duty franchise to land on a truly best-in-class weapon experience. The gun is almost always right in front of you and must look great. From a gun seams down to its grime, the level
Man, those models look so good.
But our weapons also need to move in a realistic manner. You'll feel it in this game, whether you're clocking from long range or firing from the hip. When we think about a gun, we think about the way it looks, the way it's going to move, but a big part of a gun's personality is the sound that it makes. It's like the bark of a dog. We're sort of imagining all these guns as characters. That just adds to that level of realism and that sort of immersive quality that is unique to Call of Duty. It's this multifaceted approach to how weapons look, animate, and sound that together defines the feel of Cold War's signature gunfighting experience. Here's Alvin with a debrief on some of the other combat systems waiting for you in Cold War.
Create a class.
Talk about two of the most significant and impactful.
Do not bring back the 10-point system.
Create a class and score streaks. Our goal with Create a Class in Cold War
Or maybe you will.
Empower you without making trade-offs. This year, better starts with simpler. Create a Class will be a slot-based system. No longer.
Yes! No point system!
You'll always boast
Yes!
a full class
Yes!
of
Yes!
primary, secondary, lethal, tactical, field upgrade, and a set of perks. Field upgrades are items placed in the world to give your team an advantage. You get
Sam
them
turret,
solely
procs
based on
mine.
time, not score, and they are the only type of game content that works in a cooldown that lasts after death. Now, wild cards are back. In this system, in every class, you can pick one of 4 wild cards that let you do things like.
Oh wait, they're bringing these back from
up to 8 attachments, carry up to 6 perks.
they're bringing this back from World War II, I think.
Or carry 3 primary perks from any mix of categories.
Dude!
Of course, a key component of Create a Class is the gunsmith. In Black Ops Cold War, there are more optics and attachments to unlock and configure than ever before. Every primary weapon can be customized with 54 attachments across 8 different nodes.
54 attachment, bro!
At least 6 options per attach point. By default, you can equip 5 attachments, or 8 with the Gunfighter wildcard. For the first time, Gunsmith will show you what equipping an attachment does as a positive or negative percentage. You can now build backwards, speccing out the perfect gun for results you want to see in the field. This takes guesswork out of the system and helps us on our never-ending quest to make
8
the most balanced
attachments,
Call of Duty game
dude!
ever played.
This is nuts! I hate that
One more
it's
thing I
score
need to
streaks
talk
again, but
First up, we've updated score streaks so that earned score is kept through death. This change gives all players a chance to engage with score streaks, one of the most visceral and fun experiences
Ooh.
across multiplayer signature.
this could be interesting.
If you go on a streak and string together multiple kills before your own death, streak score bonuses help you earn into those higher-powered score streak tiers. To prevent score streak spam, each score streak will go on a cooldown after it's used to pace out frequency. So, what score
Oh.
streaks are we talking about? Well, your favorites are back, but we've also got a few surprises. Score streaks in Cold War can be used in all the classic ways: to aid in taking an objective, to save your team, to break up the pace of the game with a fun new experience. We've also tailored strategy into the system, as score streaks can often be neutralized with a counter score streak. And now I'll pass it over to Sunny.
Counter score streak? Hold up, a counter streak?
In Black Ops Cold War.
Dude, whoa. Operators?
Elites, covert, powerful. When you play as a Cold War operator, you won't just step into the boots of a highly trained precision instrument. Every movement will have a purpose. To increase the fidelity and feel of even the smallest elements, modelers, animators, and concept artists all work side by side, planning for every point of contact.
Okay, so the M16 has a 3-round burst.
And position every scenario. Thanks to increased dynamic bone counts, we've been able to enhance the effects of physics and gravity on what you carry, from the weight of your gear, like pouches and grenades, to the way a wallet chain or rope sways as you sprint. Your entire operator will
Wait, was that the Galil I saw? Like classic Galil?
Specific ways movement has improved through new cutting-edge techniques in animation and programmatic movement. The first is sprint takeoff. This is the feature that gives your operator a running start. You start with a little sprint and then it slows down to normal speed. This lets you feel the momentum of like where you're going and where you're going to end up. We wanted to preserve the fluidity and fun of an operator's ability to slide. In Black Ops Cold War, when you slide, you start and end in a crouch position in a believable way.
Oh no, do we not have dolphin diving anymore? Has it been phased out completely?
Also plays a big part of the new movement system. Go faster and you'll make more noise. Of course, we still have Ninja as a perk, but Ninja is no longer the only way to keep quiet. Whether or not you're crouched, how loud you get is now directly tied to how fast you're moving. Lastly, we've incorporated a classic jump with a much more natural height, which will very briefly slow you down on landing. Our goal in all of these movement mechanics is to ensure operators' actions are not just authentic, but intuitive. When you press a button or a key, you should always feel in control of your operator, and this system has been built to translate your decisions into dynamic movement more seamlessly than ever. The era of the game might be the 80s, but the characters you play will move and shoot like the world's most highly skilled operators.
Signature combat. It isn't just how a gun is shot, it's how that gun feels, how it sounds, how it's designed to create a combat experience. And combat isn't just about conflict, it's also movement. So the fluid ways in which your operators shift around the AO and carry the gear you outfit them in is just as important as the choices you give them. Choices like the overhauled Create a Class system, or all those attachment possibilities in Gunsmith, or the new ways you can earn and deploy score streaks in the thick of battle. These combat initiatives work together to deliver the most intuitive, plausible, authentic, boots-on-the-ground experience possible, and they're at the heart of Black Ops Cold War. Now on that note, I'd like to introduce Miles, who's going to discuss some of the biggest innovations yet.
Thanks, Tony. All right, everyone, let's talk Warzone. You've seen how we're pouring it all into the Cold War multiplayer experience, but let's confirm it right here, right now. Black Ops Cold War will also usher in the next evolution of Call of Duty Warzone, continuing and expanding the blockbuster Battle Royale free-to-play experience. And it'll be a true evolution, with Warzone not merely picking up where the Modern Warfare climax left off narratively, but also interweaving the themes, locations, weapons, and vehicles of Black Ops Cold War right into the action.
Wait a minute, does this mean we're going to be getting games from Cold War into Modern Warfare?
Across both the Battle Pass system and item shop content. This interlinks Call of Duty in ways that evolve the Warzone experience while delivering jaw-dropping moments. So yeah, you can expect some surprises along the way. One surprise we're avoiding is the feeling of starting over. It's important to us that you can still use characters and weapons and progression-related items.
Wait.
Which is why investment and progress in Cold War is reflected in Warzone. While these are two very big games, from the beginning, they've been built to work together. Your player experience is everything to us. So we're making sure Black Ops Cold War and Warzone share progression, with much of your previously earned Modern Warfare content, from weapons to cosmetics, still available for use in both Warzone and Modern Warfare.
I hope to see zombies by the end of this.
Studio partners across Call of Duty to preserve continuity while building a new chapter of Warzone that'll immerse you into all of the best elements of Black Ops Cold War. That's multiple studios totally committed to continuing this new tradition of insanely fun, absurdly accessible Warzone action. We can't wait for you to see how Verdansk and all of Call of Duty will evolve in the year ahead. But that sense of interconnectedness, it extends beyond just Warzone. That's why I'm excited to confirm that Black Ops Cold War will not only support cross-platform play and progression, but will also deliver cross-generation play to the game. That's because Black Ops Cold War is, at its heart, a connected experience.
Yes.
On whatever platforms you prefer only betters that experience. Cross-play and cross-progression across current and next-generation systems across all modes. That won't be easy, but it's worth it to allow fans who have never had a chance to play together to squad up and deploy, no barriers between them. And with the Battle Pass system delivering a steady stream of post-launch content, Black Ops Cold War will be the very first cross-platform, cross-generation Call of Duty experience, making it the deepest game in franchise history. Vaughn, where do we go next?
Yeah, Miles, on the subject of platforms, we've got a very special guest, Mark from Beanox.
Hey, what's up, Van? On behalf of Beanox, we are extremely excited and proud to bring Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War to Battle.net as the lead PC developer. PC continues to be a critically important pillar of game development for the Call of Duty franchise. In addition to the major improvements we have made to Call of Duty PC in the past, including uncapped frame rates, high refresh rate support, and customized field of view, we're always looking for ways to improve features.
Better optimize older systems or you're going to lose a lot of people, unfortunately.
This year is that the Black Ops engine now runs on DirectX 12. This has led to a huge improvement in terms of performance and latency reduction. For players who prioritize immersive gameplay, we have a great partnership with NVIDIA to bring ray trace effects, performant accelerating deep learning super sampling
DLSS.
And reflex latency.
Ooh.
We will implement ray trace shadows and ambient occlusion to improve the quality of light shadow and sunlight shadow. This improves surface and contact detail and fixes problems associated with traditional shadow mapping techniques like aliasing, freckling, and disconnected shadows. Also, we will be implementing AI-powered DLSS, so players will be able to increase their frame rate while maintaining the visual quality of the game. For players looking for better responsiveness, we've integrated the Reflex low latency technology to lower system latency. This combines both GPU and game optimization. We're also happy to announce that Reflex will be coming to Call of Duty Warzone in the future. We have so much more to talk about, but right now I would like to hand it back to David Van Der. Van?
We've declassified a whole lot today, and one thing is clear. Black Ops Cold War is here, and it's ushering in a new chapter of deniable operations that are undeniably Call of Duty at its very best. Realistic, plausible, gritty. You've seen our team-wide commitment to storytelling, infusing the story and spirit of the Cold War narrative into everything we do, even in multiplayer. You've seen our emphasis on authenticity shine through every location, every weapon, every vehicle, every character. Each one telling a story we can't wait for you to uncover and experience. You've seen
Black Ops looks to be back, baby. I can't wait.
Modes, but introduce a new generation of instant classics. Modes like VIP Escort and Combined Arms Domination. You'll see that duo played today, and it's just the start, as we've got massive drops of free content planned post-launch, including new and limited time modes. No matter what type of multiplayer gamer you are, you'll find something for you. Tying it all together is that signature combat you love. Grounded and always realistic, you'll move fast.
Yeah, it looks like we're not getting zombies.
When you need to be, and customized just the way you want to be. The new Creative Class
That would be cool, though.
give you even more of what
I'm happy they got rid of the 10-point system for create a class.
Between you and the gameplay than ever before. And this is a true connected experience. Warzone and Cold War. The events in one will impact the events in the other, expanding Call of Duty in new ways you've never seen before.
That's just insane.
Black Ops Cold War is not only a cross-platform game, but it's also a cross-generation cross-platform game. Now, that should be the end of our show. But this wouldn't be a Black Ops multiplayer reveal without some Black Ops style mind games. We have talked a lot today about what Black Ops is, how it feels, what it does, but for over 10 years, Black Ops is also something else. a game that consistently presses the boundaries about what multiplayer means. Our team relentlessly looks for opportunities to offer new types of multiplayer experiences. In Black Ops Cold War, we're excited
They're leading
to
up
be
to something.
launching an entire new category of multiplayer gameplay called Fire Team.
Fire Team?
This new format of multiplayer brings together everything that we loved about making Cold War and everything you'll love about playing Cold War. Across every Fire Team mission and mode, you'll discover some of the most imaginative game loops we have ever designed. The Fire Team format allows us to emphasize teamwork and reward creativity, and it allows you to do things you've never done in Black Ops multiplayer before. You'll fight in squads of 4 called Fire Teams. You'll deploy into larger maps, play fast, pushing through multiplayer objectives.
Am I stupid, or is that what they called parties in Destiny 2? And they call fire teams too?
One of the most unique game loops we've ever imagined. You and your team must search for uranium. Then, deliver that uranium to Dirty Bomb's position around the map. Deposit uranium and detonate the bomb. Now, avoid radioactive fallout as you navigate a toxic battlefield. Every decision you make impacts your survival rate and your success rate.
Okay, that looks really cool.
To tell you even more about Fire Team Dirty Bomb and the other Fire Team modes and maps in the weeks ahead as we get closer to our public beta. I guess there's only one thing left to do. Let's play Black Ops Cold War.
Oh, yes. Gameplay. Wait, no, they're just showing the same trailer again.
Threat neutralized.
It's just showing the same thing again.
Best special forces NATO has to offer.
We're all that keeps the world from turning to cinders, comrades.
We work off the books.
Operate in the shadows.
To keep the wolves at bay.
Today, we reshape the world.
Man, this game just... It looks like they have truly evolved Black Ops. Like... Sometimes I don't even really consider that Black Ops 4 even happened. I love Black Ops 3, but Black Ops 1 and 2 has always been, you know, personal favorites of mine. And the fact that this is... You know, the fact that this looks as good as it does, the fact that they seem to be bringing back a lot of the stuff that made Black Ops 1 and 2 so great, just, I mean, this is exciting.
Secure the sub.
I'll take care of this.
I mean, this map looks like Deadgun Battlefield 1. It just screams Battlefield 1 for me. Probably because I played it a lot.
Ah, shit. Soviet convoy disabled. I'll drive.
You know, I mean, this is insanity. I mean, the tanks look awesome. I mean, the tanks just look absolutely incredible. RCXD looks like a really good upgrade for what, you know, what it was in Black Ops 1. And it looks like we'll get woods. It looks like we're gonna get a wood skin for this. November 13th. Dude, this begins October 8th. First on PS4. Wait. Zombies! Wait. Zombies. Aha.